Hello, everybody. I'm back with my scent of the week and my scents of the week or spritz of the week. And today this week I went a lot of sweet and spicy, I would say. But anyway, before I do that, more important than what I wore this week, I just want to, Mrs. Fritz is doing pretty well. She hasn't gone to the hospital in 3 weeks, and hopefully she's got a couple doctor's appointments this week, and hopefully she'll stay healthy, and we'll figure out what's going on with her, and get that all fixed. I know that's more important to most people, and that's the reason I continue these videos. So I just want to say that, and thank you all for your prayers for Miss Fritz. So what did I wear this week? It's funny, a lot of these I have videos on my Sunday days. And some people don't know I do have a YouTube channel. I don't want you to subscribe to it, but if you want to see my videos, that's where you probably want to look, because they're in order, you can search there for my videos. So last Monday, I wore Extraordinary for Men by Roccobarocco. Now this is it's a little citrus and it's a little spicy, is what I would say. And this one's pretty interesting. I picked this up for $9.99 in a Burlington. Didn't know what it was. Couldn't find anything about it. Well, I didn't really look that hard. But it was it was actually in there where all the shaving cream is. And I just picked it up. I didn't know what I had my hands on. But I did look at the notes. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. $9.99, I'll pick it up. And I'm glad I did. Because when I got back home, I searched for it. And I saw one person with this at that time. And that was Sebastian Jarrah. And he had it on one of his gems, gem videos. I probably won't be able to find it to link it, but he was saying that he had found it for $13.99 and he bought backup bottles. Well, this week when I wore it, I looked, I went on Fragnet again, and now this is a little higher in price right now than the $9.99. And maybe you'll be able to find it in Burlington, but it's going a little higher in price. So some people compare this to Chanel Allure. And then some people compare it to JPG Le Male. So you get those two somewhere in the mix. That's what this is. And it's really nice. It lasts a long time on skin. And it's, I guess, spicy citrus, I guess I would say. Well, a touch of vanilla. So that's what that is. And then on Tuesday, I went with my Acqua di Gio, which is a lot of people's Acqua di Gio. When I started out collecting, as I've talked about, a lot of my stuff is from Burlington, Ross, Marshalls, the rack stores. And so a lot of my collection is on the cheap. And of course, I knew about that this was compared to Acqua di Gio. And I'd seen all the ones, the man on the street, I think Street Sense, I don't know, I'm not gonna say street, he might do it, Street Sense, but other people, lots of people have done this with Acqua di Gio, and you get the people on the street and they say, I can't tell the difference. Well, I didn't have Acqua di Gio, but I knew what it smelled like, and I just picked this up. And I'm glad I did, because I have Acqua di Gio Profumo back there, and this gets compared to it's in a mix of between those two. It could be a flanker of Acqua di Gio. It's a little spicier than Acqua di Gio, and that's what I liked about it. And of course, the price is what I liked about it. I got this one for like $17, and you get variety sets. I have one of them down there for like $20 or $30, and you get two other things. So anyway, that's what that is. It's Perry Ellis 360 Red, or 360 Red for Men Perry Ellis. Everybody knows about it, and that's my Acqua di Gio. Hopefully, I'm not going to run too long on this. So then on Wednesday, what I did was I did my sample kit, and I have a video up on that, and I did samples from 4 to scent of it. And that's something you find on Etsy. And it's a guy named Michael, I don't know his last name, and I did 3 of my scents from there. I have 9, so I have 6 more to do for him. Not for him, I have 6 more of his to do. I purchased them all myself. And I'll get to them eventually, but I did 3 of them, so you can find that video on YouTube too. And then, like I said, it's a sweet and spicy one. Then I went with this is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Together, and so I was surprised that 1 or 2 people didn't know what this was. And it is another rack store find, and how I found it, of course, is the king of rack stores on Ross. Ross from TLTG Fragrances, and he's talked about this many times. A lot of times he talks about it as an after shower one, but he also talks about how good it is and why, and rightfully so. It gets compared to Invictus Aqua meets, and then why EDP, and a combination of, and then the newest hot thing is Hawass. It gets people reminded of that. So, to find this in a rack store is pretty good. If you do see it, it's one to pick up. The problem with that is, I'm going to pull these up. Whenever you're looking for these First Instincts, this one's First Instinct blue, this one's First Instinct together. I mean, you can tell the difference in color if you knew that. But if you're in a rack store, the only way you could tell is over here, and that's always covered up. So you never know what you're getting. That's where it says First Instinct. On the front, it just says Abercrombie and Finch, and doesn't say it. So you would have to know these boxes and to figure out which one you're getting. And in a rack store, I don't know. So anyway, I want to mention that. And then so that was Thursday. And then on Friday, I tried something I don't have a video. Those three I have videos on. On Friday, I had ordered, about 2 weeks ago, I was in the mall. I was in Boscos, which is a department store like Dillard's. And I smelled something I'm going to do last. John Varvatos. I'll give you a little spoiler alert. And so I didn't want to pay the price in there. And I went looking for it, and I found it on Kingdom Fragrances. I've mentioned Kingdom Fragrances before, and that's a guy in the community. It's based in Texas, and he had John Varvatos at like 1/3 the price of department stores. So Mrs. Fritz was very happy about that because she saw the price in the department store and she likes that, and then she saw what I paid for it and she was happy. So with the savings from that, I was actually able to get a Nishane, and I got Nishane Colognise. And this is a really nice one. This is a cologne strength, and it's a citrus cologne. And I would actually list this as a vert. I'm not an expert, but to me, a vert is something that has citrus, maybe some green tea, some green like vetiver in it, and then florals. And I could be wrong, but that's what I always think of a vert is. And this is also a cologne strength. And, I was stationed in the Middle East. I was stationed in Turkey, actually. And a lot of times you come out of the bathroom there, in the bathrooms, they have like citrus waters that you splash on. That's what this reminds me of, a nice citrus water there, but better. It's got the florals in it, a high quality citrus water. So that's what it reminds me of, and I really enjoyed that, and I'm really glad I got it. It's Nishane Colognise. And then on Saturday, I wore Coach Platinum. And, this is, some people compare this to Sauvage. I don't, it's a more sweet, it's a sweeter wood. It's called an aromatic wood, and it's sweet, but it also is spicy. And to me, it has a little touch of Coach for Men in it meets Sauvage. That's what I would say. Really good scent, really great scent, actually. And I enjoyed wearing that. And then last, what I wore was I bought the John Varvatos, the original, the OG. This is beautiful. This is like sweet too. And as you know, I don't really like sweets too much, but this is sweet, and many of them are. But this also has leather and oud in it and vanilla. This is really good for somebody that wants to try like an entry level leather or an oud. This is what you'd probably want if you can find this. It's good. This is a good one, and it's the original John Varvatos. And I heard this doesn't last, but I put this on at 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm about 11 hours in, and I could still smell it when I bring my arm up. So, and I didn't spray heavy. So, I'm not sure about that not lasting. So that's what I wore this week. That's my scent of the week, my spritz of the week. And now I just want to mention something else so I can do it real quick. 9:04. I'm officially on Team Al when it comes to gaming chairs. I'm the no gaming chair guy. I sit on an exercise bench, so it allows me to do this, where I get to do Martial. And over here, that's my exercise bike with my resistance bands. And over there's my chart. So that's what I sit on. I don't sit on a gaming chair. I do have a Xbox 360 upstairs. I haven't figured out how to play yet. It was for the grandkids, and I keep telling them I'm going to learn it, but I never do. So if I did get a gaming chair, it would be upstairs. So anyway, with that, please pray for peace, and please be kind, and please help me be kind. And I'll see you all next week, and have a nice week. I'll probably see you sooner than that. I'll probably do some samples. But have a nice week. Take care.